Alrighty then, I think we're somewhat back here. Like I said, hey, I'm sorry for my camera here. That's a shame. Thought I ended the stream though. Maybe not. Oh well. Fine. Yeah, we're back here talking about our 2023 NFL training camp updates. This is part one-ish, something like that. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and wait for you guys to come back and join us because there's going to be a lot of things going on. So, yes, we already did our Raiders and Vikings update and all that for you guys. So, like I said, let us know what you guys think about that. Also, put some stuff down into the comment section. We are more than willing to go ahead and answer your questions as we heat back up here. Have some fun with this one because, hey, this is the off season. This is what we are here to do. Like I said, please just put something in the comment section. We're getting lonely. We're getting lonely. Okay, maybe that's a little much, Colton. Let's chill out. Which, yeah, I get it. You guys are right. So, okay. So we just did the Vikings. We did the Raiders as well. And I think we're getting things back here. Like I said, I apologize for the camera. Put something down in the comment section. We got to stop talking to ourselves here. Okay, let's just jump right into it, Colton. So, went through the Raiders and the Vikings. I did want to go through the Seahawks at first, but I think I'm going to go into the Chargers instead. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from the Chargers. The Quentin Johnston's going to be a stud. I don't care what anybody says. So, this is what I've taken away from Chargers training camp so far. So, first off, it's the Kellen Moore offense. I feel like, quite honestly, this is going to be a very, very rough get-around for the rest of the NFL trying to guard Quentin Johnston, Mike Williams, and Keenan Allen because Quentin Johnston's a stud. He's an absolute stud, gets after it. He's got the size. He's got the length. Dude's winning jump balls. I mean, it just doesn't matter. And we'll get into him. We're probably getting a little bit ahead of ourselves when it comes to Quentin Johnston overall. But Kellen Moore, like he is putting an emphasis on, or he has been putting an emphasis on throwing the ball deep, getting the ball to his playmakers, which I feel like he showed to a degree with the Dallas Cowboys last year. But hey, Kellen Moore, I think he's going to put this offense in a better position overall to succeed. I'm excited to see it. But overall, right now, he's showing his ability to get the ball into his playmakers' hands as well as be creative in how he does that. Asante Samuel Jr. is balling too, and it kind of sucks because it's such a crowded DB room for the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, whether it's Michael Jackson Jr. doesn't matter. Like he just doesn't seem to. He's going to get the time of day. It is what it is. But the fact that he goes out there and continues to do what he does, it just amazes me. He got a pick 6 the other day in camp off of Joe. Wow, off of Herbert there. I can't even talk today. But honestly, this has been a really good go out for Asante Samuel and all that. So I feel like he's going to have a chance to continue to battle for a DB spot on this Chargers roster. But does he get his opportunity to maybe even potentially be traded? That's something to watch out for as well. Justin Herbert, yes, was the one that threw the interception, not Joe Herbert. What's wrong with you, Colton? J.C. Jackson continues his comeback. He won a couple of big time battles today, guys, with guys like Josh Palmer and all that. Honestly, I'm so excited for J.C. Jackson to be back on the field, and if he's 100% healthy, watch out for this Chargers defense because it could be pretty good, and I do think that they could definitely be sleepers when it's all said and done. Hey, you guys also there that are watching us, like I said, leave us a comment, give us something to talk to, so it's not us just talking to ourselves. But Eric Kendricks, his leadership has shown to be very good for this inside linebacker room for the Chargers so far. He commented on Kenneth Murray the other day talking about how he's a very talented player, Kenneth Murray is, but it's also the fact that, hey, these last couple of years in the NFL, it just hasn't gone according to plan. I think, but obviously Eric Kendricks had nothing but good things to say about him. I think having Eric Kendricks right next to him is going to do wonders for that guy. I'm really excited to see how that does help out his development. But Eric Kendricks, his leadership, I could have told you that was going to happen, especially being a Vikings fan, just watching him tear it up and also be a guy that you really do look up to when you're a younger guy in the NFL. So I'm excited to see that as well. Quentin Johnston's hot, fast start. We talked about it. He's beating people for deep balls. He's beating people over the top, doesn't matter. He's going to be really fun to watch. Maybe he's a guy in fantasy we want to take. I'm not sure. But Mike Williams in the slot was another thing for this offense that you really like to see from Kellen Moore. He's being creative, implementing his playmakers in a lot of different positions to be successful. Like I said, going to be something to watch. The defense is creating more and more turnovers. We talked about it with Asante Samuel Jr. I do think it's not going to stop there, though. There's been picks about. I can't go through all the picks. There's been quite a few, but guys, this defense has been making a lot of plays for the Chargers. Things are looking even better on the trenches today. I believe was the first day of pads, if I'm not mistaken. So we got to see guys like Joey Bosa as well as Khalil Mack going at it. Tuli Tuipulotu. I think he's a guy that is really going to get after it in the trenches too. But overall, hey, you love to see it. Also, both sides are winning. It's not just lopsided. I mean, you would figure that with an offense like the Chargers, it would be one of those things where, hey, these guys just continue to get after it. No, both sides are winning. You love to see it. It's not just one. It's not just the offense taking it to the defense. The rips are split. You love to see that. And the competitiveness that's going on right now. Hopkins, Dicker, the competition is wide open. Yes, that's kind of just something we've noticed that, when Dicker gets his opportunities, he goes out there and he just kicks the He just kicks it. Let's just put it that way. He makes the most of his opportunities. I think Hopkins was perfect the other day, and Dicker only missed one, but it is what it is overall there. And then Rashawn Slater, he's looking mean, man. Rashawn Slater's such a good football player that I feel like he's going to be the starting left tackle there for the Chargers for a long time. Doesn't matter. He's a guy that once he's back from injury and he's good to go, like he clearly is. I mean, you just set him and forget him. You don't even worry about it overall. But like I said, those of you watching us, continue to put stuff in the comment section. We love you guys. Thank you so much and all that. So let's go. What's also going on at the Kansas City Chiefs training camp? A lot, actually. So first off, Wanya Morris is getting more and more reps with the ones, whether it be a left tackle or right tackle coming in for Donovan Smith or whoever, it doesn't matter. I love to see that. I also want to see how he does and continues to do at that guard position, because this is actually a very, very good lineman, a third-round pick in Wanya Morris, that I'm excited to see what he does, get his opportunity and go from there. Justin Reed got a pick on Patrick Mahomes. You better keep that football, because that doesn't happen very often. So, but that is one thing. Patrick Mahomes has been airing it out. We'll get to him in a second. But Justin Reed, he can kick field goals. He can play safety. What can't this man do? And he's got a Super Bowl ring. So, Richie James, the former Giant, and Rashee Rice, the second-round pick for the Chiefs, are standing out. I understand that Kadarius Toney was a loss for this team, but with Sky Moore, Richie James, Rashee Rice, all these guys, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, all these guys getting targets, I'm not really that worried about it. In fact, I'm excited to see what Patrick Mahomes does with the rest of these guys. Like we talked about, Mahomes is airing it out. You really see him uncorking some of those throws. It's just effortless. It's just not fair, too, but it is what it is at this point. The running backs, everybody is getting reps, and like I said, you do love to see that. Like I said, it also doesn't matter who it is. Jerick McKinnon, Prince. We talked about Isaiah Pacheco potentially being okay, doing some good things as well. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Michael Perrine, all these guys are getting reps. And like I said, I think it's a good thing for this offense to see what it has and be able to go from there as well, too. So Sky Moore, the hype is the real deal as well. This dude is making plays day in and day out of training camp. And overall, like I said, I'm excited to see what he does, just to continue to get the opportunity and develop in year two with Patrick Mahomes. I don't think it's far-fetched that he's going to get at least 1,000 receiving yards this year. I think that is at least a baseline, if you ask me, especially with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Leo Chenal and Drew Tranquill are rotating in at inside linebacker. Drew Tranquill coming over from the Chargers. You love this guy. This dude just flies around, makes plays. There's not a lot more you can ask from him. Leo Chenal, like we talked about, the guy we absolutely love coming from Wisconsin. He's been a lot of fun to watch so far. So that is definitely a position group we're going to be watching to see how those guys, also Bolton on the inside there doing his thing. I mean, just solid linebacking group. I'm going to be really, it's intriguing to see the fact that you've got all these talented guys that are, playing inside, outside, doing a lot of different things. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on that position group for the Chiefs. George Karlaftis and Felix Anudike-Uzomah are looking to step up. You saw him go up against the ones. Donovan Smith seemed to handle Karlaftis as well as Anudike-Uzomah, which it is what it is, but Uzomah seems to be coming on as of late, which is good to see, a guy that's bouncing back. And let's be real, not a lot is going to be expected from him, but it's also good to see him that he is fighting back, because that's what you love to see from a younger player going up against the big dogs. The interior line of the interior offensive line, of the Kansas City Chiefs, it just looks solid. Creed Humphrey at center there, then you got Smith at right guard and Joe Thuney at left guard. Name me a better interior offensive line. Don't worry, I'll wait. Okay, maybe the Eagles. Maybe I'll give you that one. But overall, Trey Smith has been one of my favorite players in the NFL over the last couple of years. The draft concerns and all that when he was coming out, and then he's been an absolute steal ever since. But this interior offensive line for the Chiefs, it's just unfair at this point. Also, the DB room has been very competitive. I know that it was definitely a bummer. We'll start out by saying that it was a bummer, to see some things kind of go down the way they did with this cornerback room, excuse me. But when you see guys like Najee Johnson go down, who was really pushing a lot of these upper guys for spots, guys like Joshua Williams, L'Jarius Sneed and all that, like even Jalen Watson, who dropped a couple of balls in the latest practice for the Chiefs. It's tough, but guys like Nick Jones, Khalif Halasasi, they all definitely need to step up. DiCaprio Boodle, I kind of like Boodle a little bit. This dude, he comes every day in practice, gives you his absolute mind. You love to see it. But Trent McDuffie has been kind of all over the place. He's been a stud for him. So I'm excited to see what happens with this DB room, because it's competitive. There's a lot of good corners here for the Chiefs. And overall, like I said, this is going to be really interesting to see things and how they end up here. So like I said, this has been just kind of a way for us to kind of go over the 32 NFL teams. We started out with 4 tonight. We'll probably do 4 again coming up. But, I know we talked about the Raiders too before. I should have made sure my camera battery was charged. That's on me, guys. But like I said, in the comment section, we're going to be hanging out here for a little bit longer, kind of just going over what we've seen in training camp. If you guys have anything you'd like us to cover, go ahead and put that in the comment section. We'll be talking about it. I know that this AFC West is going to be interesting. I mean, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Broncos. Obviously, we all heard about the Broncos injuries from today. It's just, Tim Patrick, you love the guy. I hope for nothing but a speedy recovery, and he can come back and do his thing. But it's just an absolute travesty seeing guys go down in training camp. But, I mean, it is the game, how it goes. But like I said, you do send up prayers for those guys. But overall, like I said, this AFC West is going to be interesting. The Raiders are a team to watch, as well as the Chargers. Clearly, I'm not sure. I don't know if I buy the whole Broncos being like contenders yet. I want to see what Sean Payton does with guys like Russell Wilson and all this moving forward. But and maybe we should just stop talking about what's going on with the Jets, please. Like, just stay in your own team. Nobody needs to know who else you're talking about. That's not what this is about. So like I said, I guess you guys are pretty busy tonight. We're not going to take up too much of your time, but let us know what you guys think. Put in the comment section. You guys got any other questions for us to answer? We'll be happy to answer them on the next video about your NFL team and training camp. Put it in the comment section. That's the way for us to see it overall. But like I said, let us know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. But at the end of the day, let us know about your guys' thoughts on our thoughts of what's going on in NFL.